So hello everybody, Taria Vision Avant here, and this is one part of our book writing program that is a part of the Book Profits Club training here. And I wanted to actually broadcast this live to everybody, but of course all of our BPC members, this is located in your training because you're watching it probably from the university. But I wanted to get into this because I want to talk about what it's going to take to have a $10,000 a month book. Okay. And so in this training, I'm going to go over some really, really important details that I think is going to truly help you before you even start writing your book. What's going to help you to formulate a book that's going to generate over $10,000 a month. So let's go ahead and get into this presentation. This is the 10K book method. And this, of course, is a part of our Book Profits Club training here. So first of all, what we're going to be talking about or over the next series of videos for our Book Profits Club members is we're going to talk about the preparation of your book. And this right here, I promise you, is so important. So you guys are going to love this. We're going to talk about writing your book in 3 days or less. Yes. So for those people who feel like they just do not have time, I promise you, if you follow this technique that we're teaching in Book Profits Club, you are absolutely going to get your book written in 3 days or less. It should not take 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 years, especially for those of y'all who've been talking about you've been working on your book for 5 to 10 years. Baby, everything that you was going to write about 5 years ago may not be as relevant today. So this is a 3 days or less, how to get it out there, how to get your book edited, how to get your book formatted, your book cover details, things that you want on your cover, how to print your books, and more. So this is going to literally give you everything that you need over the next series of videos. Okay. All right. Now, 80% of authors, I promise you guys, the reason why authors are making no money is because they're not doing this. They are ending up in a space where they're not selling any books. They're not making any profits. They're not getting in front of an audience. They're just not having the success that they deserve because they never take the time to do what it is that we're going to go over in this video. Hands down, this will be one of the most important trainings that you will watch when it comes to putting together a book that's going to generate you $10,000 a month. Now, I want everybody to think to yourself, is it easier to sell $10,000 worth of books every month? Or is it easier to sell and leverage your book to $10,000? Well, if you said it's easy to sell and leverage your book to $10,000, then you are correct. See, where most authors drop the ball is they're trying to figure out how can I sell 667 books every single month. And in case you're wondering, where did I get that number from? Because if you take on average, you're selling your books for $20 plus $4.99 shipping and handling. Right? We take that and then we divide that by 10,000, or take 10,000 and we divide it by the $24.99. That is going to be 400 books. But on average, you're going to make about $15. So if we take that 10,000 and we divide it by the profit, we're talking about 667 books. So, and this is if you sell your books on your own website. If you're selling your book on another website where they're maybe giving you $5 a book per book profit, now you got to triple that. Okay. You got to triple that number of book sales. So this is going to change your perspective of what it means to actually generate a book or create a book that's going to make you over $10,000. Now, before we get into writing the book, remember, as I told you guys, the preparation is so important, guys. Those that fail to plan to fail. And many authors, I promise you, never, ever, ever think about this. Now, let me just say this real quick. I'm specifically talking to those of you who are writing your books so that you can leverage them to build your speaking business, to build your coaching business. You may even be in network marketing. So if you write in different genres, this may not necessarily apply to you because I'm only teaching you what I've done. I've never written books that are fictional books or memoirs and things of that nature. I've always only ever written a book to help me grow my business. So if you're also maybe leveraging this book to sell more clothes, or maybe you have a product that you're launching, a weight loss product, and you want to write your book, whatever it is, if you want to use your book to help you to sell more products or services, this is going to help you. Okay. All right, so going back into this, the first thing we have to identify is what is your unique selling proposition. And this is called also known as a USP. This is what separates you from other people in your industry. So when it's all said and done and someone buys your book and possibly reads it, and then you're going to send them to whatever the next step is, overall, what is it that you want people to know? But how are you different from everybody else who is promoting or talking about that product or service? This is what makes you unique in the marketplace. And where a lot of people drop the ball is they're afraid to be unique. They're afraid to be what I like to call niched. Now, I ain't make up the word, but if you follow me, you know I'm always talking about niches get riches. And people are so afraid to narrow it down. People want to be so general. They want to say exactly what everybody else is saying out here that is making no money. My goal here, guys, is so that you can be able to separate yourself from the pack and stand out. This is what's going to help you to generate the income. So you're going to identify what your USP is. What makes you unique, right? What is the one thing that makes your business better from those? And then you're going to work on creating what is called your intro statement or your help statement. So this is very important because when you identify who do you serve and how do you serve them, it's then going to allow you to make a better book. A book that's specifically going to help that person in the transformation that they're looking for. Again, this is probably, I've been in coaching now for several years, y'all. And I will say hands down, this is one of the most challenging parts to working with any client is helping them to understand that exactly what they have experienced, there are thousands up to millions of people right now who have experienced just that exact thing where they're trying to learn how to overcome it. But the world will tell you that, no, let me be general. Let me be poetic. Let me come up with these creative things. And all these people that are running around being poetic with their intro statements and all these people that are coming around and being so general, I promise you they're not making the type of income they deserve because people are not seeing themselves in their shoes. When you can say something like, I help business coaches, very specific type of coach, get 5 new clients every single month. So literally there is a business coach that's probably saying to themselves, I just need to get 5 clients a month. If I can get 5 clients a month, this will help me to generate maybe $25,000 a month. 5 new clients by utilizing what? YouTube ads. So you are a YouTube ad specialist more than likely, and you have targeted your audience to not just be all people who want to do ads. You have targeted your audience to business coaches who want to get very specific 5 new clients every single month utilizing YouTube ads. So what? So guess what? They no longer have to deal with feast or famine cycles. That means empty sales. That means no income. If I can get 5 new clients a month using YouTube ads, I would be set. I would make over $25,000. Very specific. Most people will say, well, I help people learn how to get discovered on YouTube ads. That's what most people will say. Now, Taria, what does this have to do with my book? It has everything to do with your book, ladies and gentlemen, because you first have to identify how you're going to serve someone. When it is all said and done and they read your book and they buy your products and your services, you have to know how are you going to get them to the finish line and what is the finish line for that client. My finish line for my clients is a client who is a speaker, who is a coach, or in network marketing that has written a book or writing a book and wants to generate at least $10,000 a month. And I show them how to do that by getting more exposure, getting on more stages, and building what is called a success funnel utilizing our system here. Does that make sense, everybody? So hopefully that does. Here's another one. I help stay-at-home moms, very specific, that want to earn $2,000 per month part-time. And how do I help them? By launching their own virtual assistant businesses. By the way, huge industry right now. Huge industry. Why? Because more people are becoming entrepreneurs and more people need VAs, and people do not know how to hire virtual assistants. And so if you are someone who has become very good at teaching your virtual assistants how to do work, you believe that you can outsource it and create an entire business off of that, you can literally make it a full-time business, working part-time, showing other mothers how to do the same thing by creating a virtual assistant business. And you base it off of what you've done for yourself. And so why hire a VA when you could be the VA? That could be the title of your book. Or you say, why hire one VA when you could launch your own VA business? That's a whole title of a book right there, right? And so now you could create an entire business plan or model off of something that you have learned how to do effectively. What we do though is we so busy looking left and right, not realizing that every single one of us has been able to learn how to do something so specific that somebody is like, how did you do that? So I help stay-at-home moms earn $2,000 per month by launching their own virtual assistant business so they no longer have to drop their kids off at daycare and miss some of the most important moments of their child's lives. So now that you've figured out who you serve and how you serve them, it's now time to identify what we call your success funnel. And there is a training in Book Profits Club where I go into detail of your success funnel. So I'm not going to reiterate this, but it is so important that you understand that this is the foundation of your business. This is what's going to allow you to easily generate over $10,000 a month because you have multiple items, and the best customer to have is one who is already a customer. So when you focus on getting your free giveaway out to as many people and then upsell them to purchase your book, and now you're leveraging all those book customers and even leads in order to buy either your core or premium, this is how you generate $10,000 a month. And if you look at this right here, let's just say that you focused on getting enough books in qualified hands to sell your premium item, and let's just say you started off at $500. In order to make $10,000 for that month, how many people would we actually have to enroll into our program? How many people? Well, if you guys guessed, listen, $500, you take 10,000 by 5. If you guess that's 20 people into your program, you're correct. Now, the difference between someone selling a $500 program and a $1,000 program is, number one, you having belief in the transformation that you provide. And then number two, the receipts. You actually helping people to get it done, right? So it's not hard to be able to increase your value in the marketplace, but we have to think, how can we write a book that can then leverage into higher ticket products and services? And I have seen people that have brick and mortars. I have even seen people who've written fictional books, erotic books, gangsta tales, children's books that have been able to create an effective success funnel so that they can be able to build multiple streams of income. But you've got to figure out what are going to be your 4 main items, and you strictly focus on promoting those. Now, a lot of people want to know, Taria, well, when do I promote which product? Okay, so glad you asked. Your hook item and your intro. Your hook item is your free giveaway. Your intro is your book. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, as an author, you should never leave home without your books. You should never, ever, 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 ever leave home without your books. If you are an author and you don't have books with you, then you're not an author. You're a silent author. You're a hidden author. You're an undercover author, but you ain't no real author. Because as an author, you should always have books on you, because guess what? One of the easiest things in the world to sell to someone who does not know you, who's never met you, it's 100% cold audience, is a book. Especially if it's titled right. We're going to talk about that. Especially if it's written right. We're going to talk about that. So you have your free hook item, which you can offer to the masses, right? So when you're in front of a massive amount of people and you want to build your database, that be like on a podcast, a panel, things of that nature, you may offer your hook item to your cold audience. But then when you are out there at events, I just came back from a conference where I literally gave away books because I was to the VIPs. If somebody was a VIP, they paid $500 to be a VIP. I gave them a book. If somebody was not a VIP, I actually sold them a book. Okay. I'm telling you, it was working. And I got rid of 10 books this past weekend. Okay. So you never leave home without your books. Now, here are some things that you're going to want to make sure you have in place. So for your free giveaways, or even for your book, you need to have some kind of a registration page, somewhere people can go to download your free information and or purchase a copy of your book. And no, I'm not talking about Amazon, but some of the tools out there, you've got ClickFunnels, Groove Pages, even you can use a CRM form with your CRM software. But of course, we also have our BPC system, which is free for all of our BPC Elite members. Then once somebody submits their information, whether it is to buy a book or download your free item, you then want to start emailing them. Okay, this is email automation. And so there's different softwares out there that you can create automation. We also provide that for free for our BPC Elites. So you want to make sure you're sending out daily emails. Now, we have templates as well that we can give you guys, or there's also a software called Funnel Scripts that can help you to create these things. But remember, guys, when you sell that initial book, if you want to be able to generate a $10,000 a month business with your book, you've got to stay in contact with your people. Are you guys with me here? Hopefully you're listening. Okay, I got a couple more minutes and we're about to wrap this up. So when somebody purchases your book or when they download your free giveaway, which you can do in both, if you go to my website, 10kbook.com, it first allows you to register for my free masterclass. And on the next page, you can upgrade and purchase a copy of my book. This is typically how I sell my book all the time. When I'm meeting them virtually or something like that and they want to know how to buy the book, I always send them to 10kbook.com. But if I'm out and about at an event and I sell a book or give away a book, I then get their contact information, name, email, and phone, and I add them to my CRM database so that guess what? They can start getting emails because I know that I have additional products and services. Then you have what is called your core item. I like to call this extra money. This is your extra money because when we set our income goals at $10,000 a month, we don't include what we make from the core. This is bonus money. So this is money that you can go and have fun with. Things you want to go, maybe you got a trip coming up, then you can go ahead and set your goals for how many core items, middle priced items. And regardless, guys, if this is a product or a service. Remember, I specifically work with speakers, coaches, and network marketers, but maybe you have a brick and mortar and you want to create a combination kit of products for your middle priced item. This is going to be anywhere between the $97 to $497, right? Now, the premium item, this is where you make your profits. And so if I know that I've got to get 20 people to enroll into my premium item, then I already have an idea of how many books I also need to get in qualified people's hands. Now, how do I sell my premium? I sell my premium when people purchase my core item. I sell my premium when I do my signature talk, okay? So this is like my 1-hour webinar presentation. And then when I'm also doing one-on-one discovery sessions, AKA sales calls. But I cannot get anybody to my core. I cannot get anyone to my signature talk, right? Unless I was hired to be a speaker. But typically in that case, I'm not going to sell my premium. I'm going to sell either my core or lower. Or I cannot get someone on a one-on-one unless they are a part of, guess what, you guys, my database. How do I get people in my database? By giving away my free item and or selling my book. Leveraging my book. I hope this is making sense, guys. For those of you who are really getting some value here, please make sure to let me know. But hopefully this is making sense and this is what we teach, okay? So we also recommend some software that you're going to need, okay? Number one, you're going to want to have some kind of broadcast webinar software, things of that nature, right? Some people will start off with utilizing softwares like Zoom. Now, I will tell you this, Zoom does not allow you to track you know, like if someone stayed until they do now. They've got some upgraded stuff. You're going to pay a little bit more for it. But if you just use Zoom for the private things, it's good to be able to, you know, have a private webinar and you can track to see who's registered and things of that nature. But you're not going to be able to really do as much tracking. That's where you have a software like Easy Webinar that will allow you to track people who have stayed until the end. But your girl got the hookup. How many of y'all know I got the hookup? Hello? Okay. Yes, I got the hookup. I have a lifetime link that I can hook y'all up with. While it's available, I don't have no kind of partnership with this company, but this company called Expertise. If you want the lifetime membership, just be sure to go ahead and leave a comment either on my YouTube page or in the Facebook group. And then, of course, all Book Profits Club members, don't you guys worry. We have that available for you guys. We'll have the link below the training, okay? So you can have a lifetime membership with Expertise, which is a webinar software where I love it because all you got to do is set up the webinar and turn on the screen, okay? And then also a broadcasting software. So the software that I'm using right now to do this video training is called Ecamm. Unfortunately, now I don't know, they might have done some updates, but originally Ecamm was only available for Apple users. So y'all need to go and get y'all an Apple computer. Listen, that's another conversation. But if you can't get an Apple computer, there's other softwares like Restream or StreamYard. These softwares, though, I do not recommend when you're doing a broadcast. Like many of you guys might be watching this broadcast. You don't do a broadcast to sell your premium, okay? These are all more than likely either cold or warm market audiences. So you're not going to sell your higher ticket product to them. This is just allowing you to be able to touch more people, to connect with more people and give value. And then the other software that you're going to need is the BPC system. The BPC system, y'all, and if you can expand the video to see, you literally will see it has everything that you need to run your business. You have your CRM, your sales funnels, you have your two-way text messaging, dialing, you have your course creation software. It can track all types of stuff from calls and everything, literally email marketing, automation, even social media marketing. You can do your social media marketing from there. This is a part of our incredible new software that we have available. We do not sell the software separately. It is available to all BPC Elite members at not at $5,000 a month, not at $3,000 or $2,000. Literally, it is free. The only thing you have to cover, of course, is sending out your emails and text messages. But just so that you can have an idea, typically to send out about 5,000 emails through any CRM is going to cost you per month $150 to $200. With our system, it's $10. Okay, 5,000 emails, all right? So I want you guys to understand this is amazing. Most of you guys are starting off fresh. You're building up your database, and so you're not going to have 5,000 people, but you literally get this software for free. Now, what is next? So for everybody that's watching this in BPC, Book Profits Club, these are some of the additional things that we're going to have in this book writing course where we're literally going to help you to create your book. We're going to talk about creating your foundation, aka your chapters and sub-chapters. We're going to talk about how to actually get your content done in 3 days or less. We're going to talk about how to title your book cover, how to get your book cover designed, as well as connecting you to our book cover designer, okay? We're going to talk about how to pre-sell your book to $5,000. Okay, it's literally how to make some money before the book comes out. We're going to talk to you guys about editing your book, also formatting your book. This is where we resize it, get it ready for print, add the table of contents, page numbers, all that good stuff, and then finalizing your cover. Because once you do the front cover, you still have to finalize it, because once it's formatted, that means we're going to have to like resize the layout, the back cover details, all those things and more. So for those of you guys who are in the Book Profits Club program, that's what's going to be coming next. I hope you guys learned something from this training. If you did, please share this video. Okay, please share this video. Other than that, of course, Book Profits Club members, you ain't got to share it because it's here in the training. So really quick, for those of you guys who want to get all of that, that is actually a free training that we are providing to Book Profits Club Elite members. All you have to do is register, and we're going to start uploading all of these trainings. So on top of learning how to write books, it comes with the software, it comes with weekly meetings, it comes with so much more, guys. I promise you, there is no program like the Book Profits Club on the planet. So if you're interested, all you got to do is go to bookprofitsclub.com. It's a monthly membership where you can decide to stay with us for however long you want. But I don't know too many people who join Book Profits Club that plug into what we're doing and then decide they no longer want it. I mean, just having the software alone is amazing. But now we've got the book writing course. We've got how to create your own t-shirt line, how to make your own journals. Plus, we have over 1,500 TEDx opportunities looking for speakers. We have current conferences looking for speakers, as well as conferences that are hosting events where you can pitch yourself to. We have media outlets, podcasts looking for speakers. We have a ton of things available, resources for you guys. So if you go to bookprofitsclub.com, you'll get more details. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed the training. I'm out of here. Deuces.